All right, hey everyone, this is the first Wednesday in May 7th. I can't say that I made it through April no buy unscathed, but I think I did pretty good. So welcome to my channel, or perhaps welcome back to my channel. This is KK All Night. If you are into style, fashion, and outfit inspiration, this is the channel for you. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as well as hitting that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. I currently do upload every Sunday, but I am working toward every Sunday and Wednesday. So this is going to be, I guess, a thrift haul, and I'm just thinking of how I should structure it. I think I will show you all my pieces, and then I'll come back and maybe do a voiceover as I try some of them on. I actually do have the first piece on. It's like this tube jean dress, and I originally got it because I wanted to wear it as more of a bustier type situation, maybe have like a button down white top under it. But y'all, this is giving me nothing. No stretch. This is a large. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I guess this is really how I would style it, with a kimono over it or a large jacket over it, because my original idea is not working. When I shop in thrift stores or TJ Maxx or Walmart, wherever, I typically do not have something in mind that I'm looking for. I go, and if something speaks to me, then that's what I gravitate toward, try on, look at. All the experts say that's probably not the way that you should shop. You should go looking for a specific thing in mind. A lot of thrifters I follow, Aisha the Great, for example, says she specifically is looking for like a standout piece or something like that when she goes. But for me, like I said, whether it's a rather regular retail store or thrift store, I just go in and look and see what catches my eye. We live in a world of overconsumption, and by no means do I really need anything that I got in my haul. Maybe one item, with the exception of one item. I didn't need anything, but my girl math, the way I rationalize it, is it's such a good price in the thrift store. I would probably pay at least 3 times what I paid in the thrift store for these items. Again, not that I need it, but another thing that I've tried to start doing is, if a piece comes in, I really do try to find a piece to come out, whether that's a nightgown, whether it's a pair of socks, a pair of shoes, whatever the case may be. I have been losing some weight, and so I have found that some items that I love, that I've held on to, are just too big, and so that has helped with the process of getting rid of stuff, and also helped with the fact that I feel like I have been purchasing things pretty much every Sunday with the exception of April. So anyway, back to this dress. That is how I would style it, like with this jean, or not jean, this is camo jacket, and maybe my olive green boots. But I may end up giving this piece away. It is a little tighter in my midsection than I would like, and up here, although I could still style it and make it work if I had to. So let's go with the clothes. So this is the one item that I said I probably actually could use. I love a good bodysuit, and I use these for layering. Like a same concept as with this. You could put a kimono on over it. You could put a jean jacket, any type of jacket over it, and have an outfit right there. But I also like it for layering because I get cold very often as I've gotten older. And I find that these bodysuits are great. Now, again, y'all, if you see me dash off to the side, usually it's the carpeting bees, but y'all, that looks like a wasp. So we might have to take a time out. I'm gonna keep my eye on him. But anyway, what caught my eye about this is it's nice and thick and ribbed. And what I really like about it are the thumb holes. So that was a winner chicken dinner. I don't know if you could tell, it has ribbing right here, but then it has a, like, it sucks you in even more in this waist area. So really pleased with that outfit. I saw this lovely dress, and I could tell just by looking at it, the type of fabric. It's like a cotton fabric, but it has just enough stretch in it that it was going, if it fit, it was going to look really nice, and it did. Now when I see dresses or pants or what have you, I think, do I have a dress, like a midi dress or a tea-length dress in this color. That is something I do consider, even though the style may be slightly different. And if I find that I do, then, you know, I'll say to myself, that's something that I don't need. For instance, if this had been in black or tan or burgundy, I would have said, you know, I don't need it because I already have that. But I do not have, I have a striped blue and white dress. And all my dresses that are this kind of baby blue kind of have white either in a floral pattern or stripes. So I tried this on. I love it. And like I said, I will try these on and talk about them in the voiceover. Tags still on. And you always check for blemishes or marks or stains, especially under the arms. And I did not see any of that. I also like the trumpet skirt, the way that it flares out at the bottom. All right, so next item. I love a good sheer piece. And this is not just plain sheer. It has the little lines going through it. And so obviously you could just pair anything under this. Maybe a sequined, I have this on wrong, on the hanger wrong. Maybe a sequined tank top, or just a plain white tank, or a plain burgundy tank, a plain black tank underneath. The collar is solid. Now, I didn't realize this when I purchased it, but this is Shein. And I've said before, I typically do not thrift Shein just because it's so reasonable online. But this is actually a really nice piece. You can see, like I said, the cuffs and the collar is solid. I believe this is probably polyester, but it's not like that shiny polyester. Let's see what the tag says that this is made out of. And I don't know why, but a lot of people cut the composition tag out. I guess because like the regular Shein tag is fabric, but I guess the composition tag is plastic and it bothers some folks. Although down here, I don't know why it would bother you. So I'm going to guess polyester. So obviously wash it on delicate and cold and let it hang dry. But I didn't see any snags in it. With sheer and delicate clothing, that's something else that you have to look for. So very pleased with that one. All right, now I'm not really a sweater person. You'd be surprised as cold as I get. But I saw this and it just looked so cozy. And I said, well, just let me try it on, which I did. And I really liked it. So since that's easy to try on, I'll go ahead and try that on. I'm going to suffer for this art here because it is hot out here. All right. And when I got this home and I was looking at it, I came and I said, oh my gosh, how did I miss that hole? And I was like, oh my gosh, there's another hole. But no, those are the holes because it's kind of like double-breasted, a double-breasted sweater. So those are buttonholes. Let me see if I can just look in the camera and do them up real quickly for you so you can see how it looks. And actually, I counted. There's there's 6 holes. 6 buttons, 6 holes. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, so now I got it. Let's see if I can put these loops in really quickly. So obviously this is comfy. I was thinking now that I'm going to be back in the office every day, maybe this would be my sweater that I keep in the office with the air conditioning blasting. I'm assuming, well, just me being cold-natured anyway, that this would be nice and cozy. I really like the texture on it. Normally I wouldn't be attracted to a neutral color like this, but of course you can pop it out with your whatever bottoms you put on. It'd be cute with a pair of oh, and it also has cute pockets. It'd be cute with a pair of like black leather pants. I like the collar. Very cozy. Now, one thing I did notice, I don't know what you call the shag or whatever, but there's a few pulls that I will have to cut off. I've cut off one, and so far that one and this one are the only ones that I've seen, so I will have to cut those off. So let's see. I guess what I could do is just put on a little bodysuit and try these other ones on since we're here. So if you hold on, I'll be right back and we can do that. Okay, I forgot to mention that this tube top jean dress was by Derek Hart. Still has the tags on, and I think Derek Hart is the gentleman who does a lot of the Christmas sweaters and little dress sets and things. So it really is cute. I don't know if it's showing up, but it has dark and medium wash denim stripes. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. All right, so now we can try the sheer shirt on, which I did not try on. Usually, depending on my time, I will try to try on everything. And this has 2 buttons. Let me dismiss that alarm. 2 buttons to make it how tight you want around your arm. So guys, I'm trying this piece on the first time with you guys. I feel like I stepped on something. So I think I'm going to like this. I'm just doing every other button so that we could get a sense of it. Oversized, but since it's sheer, that's okay. Definitely can tuck it in. I'm also wondering if I could belt it and maybe even, what is on my foot? Yeah, I think I might have gotten a splinter, so I'm going to pause that and go look at it real quick. But even like where this belted with a little bodysuit under it, that'd be kind of cute. All right, be right back again. All right, I got that splinter out. I don't even know where I got it, so I'm gonna just put on my flip-flops for right now. So, let's see, we just finished the sheer shirt. We did the sweater. So, I also picked up this jacket. It's Zara. Y'all, this says small. What caught me with this jacket was the color. And then I looked at the tag that they had. Small, and I thought that must be a misprint because this looks too big to be a small, but it is a small. I don't know, and Zara is usually known for having smaller cut clothes, but this is adorable. I still don't think it's a small. Maybe it's mismarked. But then I thought of my Zara skirt that was also thrifted. This is more of a tweed material, and this is a cotton material. And I'm looking at it out here in the sun. They are different pinks, but they are close enough where I think I could get away with wearing them together. And the other thing that I love about this combo is, one, it's monochromatic, tone on tone, but also the different textures is going to add some interest to it. So let's get this zipped up. A lot of times that last little hump there. Now I don't know if that's a side zip or a back zip, but for the purposes of this video, it's going to be a side zip. So no side pockets, these pockets. Having this denim on with the skirt definitely makes it more of a casual vibe. So this would be good for date night. It could work as a transition piece. If you were wearing this to work, you might have it on with a jacket. You could even wear it with the sheer shirt that I had on, and then going into the evening, you know, you just, if you have a little camisole underneath, you take off the sheer shirt, you throw on your jacket, and you're ready to go. So definitely happy with this purchase as well. So let's get that back on the hanger. My next item is a blazer. I love a blazer. I love a blazer down. If you had to pick a top and a bottom, for me it would be a blazer and a wide leg pants. That's what I love. So I have to be real careful when I look at blazers and think, do I already have a green blazer? Do I have a tweed? And again, I use that same type of thinking. If I have something similar, I try not to purchase it. This is giving denim, but it's actually not. It's a fine knit tweed that is like a navy blue. And I also love a peplum. I don't care if they say it's in or if they say it's out. I love a good peplum. And this is DKNY. And this will probably need to be dry cleaned. So let's get this zipped up and show you guys what this looks like. I think that is adorable. I love the trim on it here. I love the gold detail in the zipper. And it also has this piping that comes down. So I think that is adorable. A lot of times where my blazers will give me trouble is across my my breast area, but this fits here, it fits here. So for instance, I might be able to wear, let's say, a 10 or a 12, but it's too tight across here. So very happy with this purchase as well. Let's see, this came in, this was a large. I have to get, I don't remember what the color was for this week. I'll have to take a look. Some pieces were the color of the week, which means they were half off. Some were not, but so I think skirts are $6.49 or $7.49. Jumpers or dresses are $11.49. Short sleeve shirts, I believe, are $6.49. Jackets, I don't remember jackets. What are jackets? Maybe 7, 10, or 11. I don't know why those numbers are sticking out to me. Dress jackets are $7, and I think like suits, either a suit jacket and skirt or a suit jacket and bottom, are going to be like 11 or 15. And again, this is Goodwill. That is, where's my hanger for that? Hold on, I have their little bag right here. So this is the symbol. That's Goodwill. So I will just hang these back up over here. Now, I think I'm on my last clothing piece. So this is it. I think this is gorgeous. First of all, I love a good Ankara print. I don't love all Ankara prints, but I love a good Ankara print. And Ankara print is the African, it's like a cotton cloth, and it comes in all different types of prints, and they use them to make beautiful clothing. What stood out, so two things stood out to me on this. First, the gorgeous lace detail at the bottom, no snags. That lace is repeated here on the sleeve, the 3/4 length sleeve. They have these gorgeous buttons here. It's giving St. John's buttons. I was in such a rush to get these on, and the buttons were so tight, I actually popped a button. But what I will do is just take the button from the collar and move it down, because quite frankly, the collar was too tight. So let me shimmy this up and show you guys what this looks like. I think this is gorgeous. I would wear this to church. I would wear this to work. I would wear this to dinner. I would wear this to go shopping. I would wear this to go to Walmart. I mean, really, I would wear it to go to a performance for one of my kids. Oh my gosh, does this have pockets? I didn't even realize this had pockets, y'all. So, these buttons, this is the button that I popped, which is like the most important button to see if it fits. And so once I popped that and I was rushing, I don't even think I tried to button the other ones. And I should have tried to button the bosom one. I think we're going to be good. Yeah. This one, a little bit tight. So, and surprisingly, the one at the neck, again, see, that's what I was talking about. This one right here, the bosom is going to be the problem. So I can either use a different bra. Sometimes if I have a different bra, it'll give me a little bit more compression. If I, for instance, wanted to keep this bra, I would probably have to get a safety pin for right there. So I could wear it like this. That's one look. Love it. Love this. I could belt it. That's 2 looks. I could wear it open. So let's undo that button. That's 3 looks. And depending upon what color you have peeping out here, that'd be 4 and 5 looks. Obviously, you could go green, you could go red, you could go black. Oh, this is adorable. You could wear flats if you wanted it more casual. Maybe you're going strolling in the mall. Maybe the Museum of African History. God willing that it's still there. So, like I said, the first thing caught my eye was that it was maxi and this lace on the bottom. But what really caught my attention was that I have this in my closet. don't pay attention to the dress that it's hanging with. I have the same print dress in a different style in my closet. I could not believe it. Let me put this on a hanger. And I'm looking at the finishing. It has to be the same person. It has that same black finishing in the middle. This is a wrap dress. And you know, a wrap dress is flattering on everyone. When I saw this print, I instantly knew that I still had it. And I thought to myself, you do not need another dress in the same print. I do not own, you know, some people are like, if I like it, I get it in every color. I'm not that person. I do not do that because I just figure there's so many other things out there. I'll just get the one color and save my money for something else. But the cuts are so different and so flattering that I said, and since it was like $7, or no, 11, maybe it was half off, so $6.75. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. So yeah, you could wear it with flats and maybe while you're strolling around in the museum. I'm not sure, I'm definitely gonna wear this to work, just not sure how I'm gonna style it, if it's gonna be flats or maybe loafers and a belt. Maybe that. So let me pause this and get out of this one. It's not gonna be too pretty, and put the other one on. Okay, I'm back. So first thing that probably stands out to you is this deep V. Again, if I had a smaller chest, that would probably close more, but no problem. Just wear a little tank top underneath. But you can see how the cut is different. I don't think this has pockets, but I love how it nips in your waist. I love the flutter sleeves, the V-neck, which allows you to bring in another component. You could even do a turtleneck in some different colors, and how it is the A-line and midi length just below the knee. So let me get those. So yeah, this is the other dress. I can't believe it. Literally, it's been months since I purchased this dress. So the other thing I wanted to show you is how nicely these dresses were finished. If I can manage not to snag this gorgeous lace on this hanger, there we go. And again, these days the pollen is crazy, so I really don't want to drop anything. So I just wanted to show you, this is the inside of it. Look at the pocket. The pocket is finished in the same fabric as the outside. Let's see what this says. I don't know if that's the designer or the name of the fabric. Hitarge. I'll have to check this one that I have on and see if it says that. But just look at how nicely that's finished. Now, the question is, there's no tag because it's someone actually made this. I'm pretty sure, knowing me, I washed this one on delicate, like with Woolite, and hung it dry. But this is so much more substantial. But it stands to reason, if I did it with this one, then this one should be okay. And I think I am going to take my chances and wash it in delicate. Now that is it for all of the clothes. Now the items that I got, let me move these hangers out of the way. So the first thing that I want to share with everyone is this bag. This is a Bao Bao Izzy Miyake dupe. You may have seen like these colored mirrored pieces. It comes in metallic, silver, gold, bright colors, pink. Those purses are going to run you about $650. I will, let's see, maybe try to put a picture up here on an overlay to show you what they're running for at Saks. I got this purse for $4.99. What was the color? Maybe $2.50. Obviously this is plastic, this is not metal, and I don't know, it's shining bright like a diamond. It's kind of like dull, but all I have to do is, you know, take a damp cloth and rub that and it'll clean it right up. And let's see, this strap is detachable, so I'm not sure if it came with it or not. So that means, you know, you could also have it as a clutch. And I love the detailing on the zipper, like this little Z, this little shape. So I thought that was really cute. Getting small purses, like evening purses, you got to be careful because you would have your closet overrun. They're usually like $4 or $5. But obviously what caught me about this one, well, maybe not obviously, but it was the shape. The East-West bags are very popular right now, but I like them not because they're popular or trending right now, but just because it's such a unique shape. I'm also eyeing a Louis Vuitton bag that is East-West, but it's a triangular bag. I don't know the name. Again, I will try to pop it up over here. But yeah, this is a far cry from that, but still cute. I'm sure I didn't pay $9 for it, so maybe the color of the week was yellow and I got it for $5. But the piece de resistance. Always check your clothes and always check inside your purses for wear. So this isn't a purse, y'all. It is a wine carrying bag. It has foil on the inside, presumably to keep the bottle cold, and then a cork. So it's like a gift. You gift the person this, they get a purse, they get a wine stopper, and they get the wine. But as cute as that is, I don't know if I want to part with this. Or maybe I will use it a few times as a purse and then gift it. That's the way to get some use out of it and still make sure it gets used in the future. Now, I have recently, gotten 3 pairs of snakeskin boots. One was cowboy in like a grayish, taupey, neutral color. One were over the knee fabric in more gray. And one I've had, they match my Brahmin purse, which actually I will again put up a picture, an overlay picture of the Brahmin purse and my boots for you. I don't know what it is with me and snakeskin lately, but what caught my eye with these was the stark white with the gray or black. These are not leather, and I could not find any tag anywhere to say who they were by. And these are 41, which I believe, I want to say is an 8. I think they might be like a half size too big for me, but they're boots, which means you're probably wearing them in the winter. I'll just throw on a pair of socks and they will be fine. So what I really liked about these was the double buckle, which, let me see. I can buckle one just to give you a sense of what it looks like when they are on. That's the thing about trying things on as you're filming. So I think you guys can see. I think those are cute. Not really a cowboy girly. I don't know if I'm being influenced by with Beyonce's concert, everything that's going on. I have a pair of brown rhinestone cowboy booties, and then the other cowboy boots that the snake skin and the ones that match my, well, I don't even know if those are really considered cowboy. Anyway, maybe that's something I can do, go in there and see, or maybe do a cowboy inspired or Beyonce inspired looks to wear to her concert. I know a lot of people are doing that. But anyway, thought these were cute. And as I've said in my other videos, how I clean my boots is I wipe them out with Lysol and then I sun them. Sitting them in the sun is one of the best things you can do. Now the next pair of shoes I got were these booties, and they are by, let's see, Rock Republic. It was not a brand that I was familiar with, and when I looked it up, they did not appear to be like a luxury brand. But what I did like about these is that they are leather upper, a leather lining, and a leather outsole. So this is leather, suede. The only thing that isn't is this patent leather part and this part right here. That is, and I'll tell you right now, the last thing I need is a black leather bootie, but I do not have one with the straps going across it. And these were like $5, so I said, you know what? Oh, I just noticed something. I'm going to show you the little pull zipper handle on this is really cute. So yeah, definitely like these. I'm trying to, these, I could probably stand to wear a pair of socks. Not as thick as the ones with the cowboy boots, but I could stand to wear pair of trouser socks. Well, no, maybe a little bit thicker. Maybe some athletic socks. What I did not even notice when I originally got these is this zipper part. Isn't that cute? It's like a little dagger. I guess that goes with the Rock Republic aesthetic. So yeah, these are nice. Yeah, they've been worn, you can see on the bottom, but that is leather. And I think that wears better. So these don't look like they've been worn at all. And I have two more pair of shoes. So this pair is Ralph Lauren. These have been worn, but they don't look like they've been worn much. Just a plain pair of round-toed black heels, and these will probably stay in the office. Now these were an 8. I'm normally a 7. Sometimes I can wear a 7.5. But these are comfortable. I can walk around and I'm very comfortable to walk in. So I thought these would be good to keep at the office if for whatever reason, you know, I have to walk from my garage to my office. So depending upon how high the heels are, I might wear flats or tennis shoes. So for whatever reason, if I forget my shoes, I don't want to walk back to the car, I'll have this pair like in the office. And these are only like $5 as well. And another way that you can tell how much a shoe has been worn is to look at the tap. Oh, I put my shoes on backwards. So you can see it's relatively flat, which means there's not a lot of wear on it. And even though these shoes were worn on the bottom, there's some wear on that tap. It's not flush. So, you know, I could consider getting those replaced. My last pair of shoes are these loafers. Now, I know I have a pair of Betsy Johnson loafers, but those are plaid rhinestones. I have another pair of loafers, but they have a gold buckle. And I want to think I do have a pair of loafers that are relatively plain, but couldn't let these pass, and I'm going to show you why. I don't know if that's going to show up, but these are Coach. Now, I did notice they need a good cleaning, but one thing you'll know, if you've ever purchased Coach, even though their leather gets worn, after it gets a good cleaning and moisturizing, they are back to new. So I was very pleased. Yeah, the color must have been blue. Is that what I said? Because these were 15, which would have made them $7.50. So thought these were adorable. I love the tassel on them. Get in there. So that is the tassel. And oh, that's cute. I didn't even notice that. This hardware right here also says Coach. So out of all the shoes, I think these actually might be my favorite pair. I'm not really a flat girly, but as I get older, I feel like I should start getting more into them, because flats can be just as cute as heels. So out of the shoes, yeah, the Coach are my favorites. Oh, and then you see this little detail with the perforated tab right here. Very cute. Then the Rock Republic booties are my next favorite. And then these, and then my Ralph Lauren, just because those are just a plain pair of heels. My last item, I rarely thrift things that aren't clothes or accessories. This just happened to be sitting over by the purses. Otherwise, I never would have known it. I don't know who Trinkware is. Haven't heard of them. But y'all, aren't these gorgeous? A set of 2 champagne flutes. No cracks. No wear. All the rhinestones are still there on both. So I'll have to look them up. I probably should have done that before I did this video. I'll look it up and put something up about, you know, the quality. I mean, I don't think they're lead, but they are pretty. So I was like, these are so nice, I could gift them, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just going to be mine. And then for the clothes, I think my favorite item would have to be the Ankara dress with the lace bottom. Let's flip that over and give you one more look. I'm bummed that I popped that one button, and I actually broke the button, so it's not like I could just reattach it. So there we go. And then probably, there we go. My second favorite item would be this dress, which I still have to try on for you guys. I'll put that in after this. And then my third would probably be my Zara jacket. Although the DKNY jacket is pretty cute. I'm just looking at the back of the sleeve, and I noticed a little stain. It's very minute, so hopefully that will come out when I wash it. So that is it for the haul. First purchase for May. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found some inspiration, and stay tuned as I try on that last dress. All right, this is the last dress, still new with tags. I think the color caught my eye, and then the sleeve, and then the trumpet style of the skirt. It has a built-in belt, does not go all the way around. I love the way it shapes my body. I still would wear some shapewear for this little tummy area right here. Also, I like this little tie right here. I've tied it, but it could also put a pin, some type of decorative pin, and just wear it like that. It could be hanging down to the side. Play around with it. There's some different ways that you could wear it. And I just threw on my black Ralph Lauren heels with it. So this is definitely a dress that will be in a future OOTD as I transition to going back into the office every day. So that is it. I hope, again, you have enjoyed this haul. I hope you have found some inspiration for how to pull things from your closet and put them together. If you have, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as well as hitting that notification bell so that you never miss an upload, as I am still a new YouTuber trying to grow my channel. All right, you guys, be safe out there.